Estamos de volta com o Viver Natural e com a entrevista com o monge americano Atmananda, no santuário de Lake Shrine, na Sunset Boulevard, em Los Angeles, Califórnia. Esse santuário possui uma história muito interessante. Um belo dia, o proprietário dessa área, chamada Lake Shrine, um grande produtor do cinema americano, teve um sonho e neste sonho vinha para ele que ele deveria doar a propriedade do Lake Shrine para a igreja de todas as religiões. Ele achou estranho e não fez nada. Então ele teve o mesmo sonho mais 2 vezes. Na terceira vez, ele acordou no meio da noite e procurou a igreja de todas as religiões na lista telefônica e encontrou um telefone. Naquela época, o nome da Self-Realization Fellowship era a Igreja de Todas as Religiões. No dia seguinte, na parte da manhã, ele ligou para a Self-Realization Fellowship e falou com Paramahansa Yogananda. Em poucos dias, a doação foi finalizada e a Self abriu sua sede em Los Angeles. Vamos acompanhar agora a segunda parte da entrevista. O monge Atmananda nos fala o que uma pessoa sente quando pratica Kriya Yoga e o que ele sente quando ele pratica esta técnica. How long must one practice Kriya Yoga to feel inner peace?
Well, there's a certain number of repetitions of the breathing exercise of Kriya, and that increases in time as one gets used to it. It doesn't take very long. I mean, it's a powerful technique. Just a few practices make a difference in one's consciousness. And it's not a practice that you go on practicing for hours. You do it for a period of time, but then you actually enter into what is truly meditation, which is complete stillness, inner stillness, and absorption in the presence of God. Kriya Yoga is a technique to get us to that inner state of true meditation.
Can anyone practice Kriya Yoga?
Yes, it's a universal technique. It's not something that's limited to Eastern or Indian or anything like that. It's a technique for any human being, because we all have the same psychophysiological makeup in our bodies, minds, and souls. And so anyone can practice it successfully. If one has difficulties in congestion or lung problems, that sort of thing, it can be a little difficult. But there are alternative ways of practicing that Paramahansa Yogananda prescribed for those kinds of conditions. That really affects, in my experience, very few people. Most people can practice Kriya Yoga successfully. It's not an arduous or difficult thing to do. It's fairly simple and straightforward.
What do you experience when you practice Kriya Yoga?
When I practice Kriya correctly and deeply, I feel a sense of energy and magnetism inside of me and along my spine. And that's, as I mentioned earlier, that's the centers of higher awareness in our being. I become less aware of the world, and there's this wonderful feeling of joy. It's very absorbing. I have no desire to go go up and get up and do something. I just want to stay in that wonderful feeling of joy and peace inside. And it's inspirational in the sense of an increased awareness of that God is inside of me, within me, very close. And even though we see God in nature and appreciate and feel inspiration there, this is a more direct and more personal and more meaningful connection with God. It's very direct. It's like you feel you are in the presence of God when your consciousness is pulled inside. And so it's really the most beautiful experience I've ever felt, even though I have a great appreciation for nature and sunset and the ocean and so forth. It's those parts of nature hint at God, but when we are inside, we are experiencing God directly. There's no separation.